Athena. This is my long overdue video for the letter C in this year's YouTube Pagan Challenge. It took me quite a while to decide what I wanted to feature for the letter C. And I thought about crystals. I've done quite a few videos about crystals, and honestly that topic is so huge that I didn't feel like rehashing or revisiting that right now. So instead, I decided to go with cards. Now, most of you out there are probably into tarot and oracle cards. I am as well. For the longest time, I only had one or two decks, and then somehow over the years I've accumulated quite a number of them. None not compared to some people, but for me, I've got quite a number. But I didn't want to actually feature the tarot cards or the oracle cards. I wanted to talk about regular old playing cards that you can get on the cheap at just about anywhere, from gas stations to grocery stores. You can find a deck of playing cards for probably $5 or less. This is fantastic because you can use playing cards for divination and even for spells, for spell casting. I wanted to share two different books that are wonderful resources on how you can do this kind of thing. But before I share those books, I wanted to ask you, why would somebody want to get playing cards if they're fans of tarot and oracle? Why would this appeal to anyone? One answer is what I've already mentioned, that the cost. They're cheap, and you can find them anywhere. If you are like me and you go on trips, and when you don't pack your tarot, you find that crap, you wish you had it, and you end up buying another deck. I have done that so many times where I've been out of town, and I've realized, oh, I should have packed them. You can do that, or you could save yourself some money and purchase these way less expensive cards. Another reason, and I think this one's a really good one personally, is you can keep these in your bag. They're small, they're smaller than tarot. I love how small they are because they're way easier to shuffle. And they don't draw any attention. If someone sees a deck of cards in your bag or in your car or even on your table, I could have a stack of these on my table at school and nobody would blink an eye, because there's about a million ways that teachers can use cards for math and a lot of other things. It's a hidden in plain sight thing, which is one of my favorites. I love to have things right there, not hidden, and know that there's actually a magical use for it. Cheap, portable, small, unassuming. These are a few of the great things about cards. The two books I wanted to share before I forget. I'll feature this one first because it's a personal favorite. 54 Devils by Corey Thomas Hutchinson. If you listen to New World Witchery, then you know who Corey is, but even if you don't, this is a book you will want in your arsenal because it has loads of ways to use regular playing cards for divination. Corey does read cards, but he reads playing cards. I don't know if he uses any tarot cards in his practice, but I know he is very good with doing a full reading using playing cards. So this is my #1 go-to book, but another one I've gotten in the last year, I also highly recommend and love, and this one, A Deck of Spells. This one, if you know who Professor Porterfield is, he has been on the Lucky Mojo Hoodoo Root Work Hour quite a few times. He works with Cat Ironwood. He's a highly regarded reader and root worker, and fun to listen to. If you ever get a chance to listen to him talk, he's hilarious. This one also will help you with using cards for divination, but the nice thing about this one, another thing I like about this one, is there are spells in here, spells that you can do with cards. So I decided to share a couple out of here, or at least one. Using the Three of Hearts, you can use the Three of Hearts to eliminate a love rival. And here's what he says about that. If you have a rival for your lover and wish to get rid of him or her, get a Three of Hearts. On the card, you will find two hearts facing up and the third heart turned down or reversed. Write the names of the two people you wish to keep together over the two upward hearts and the name of the rival over the reversed heart. With an eraser or a bit of sandpaper, carefully erase the bottom reversed heart, eliminating your rival. Cut away the rival's section of the card. Dress the couple's piece of card with Stay With Me oil. Burn a red candle atop it and then keep it in a safe place. The rival's piece of card should be fixed with hot foot powder, or hot foot oil. Then pin the piece of card that once had the rival's heart on it to a black candle with a straight pin. Light the candle and read Psalm 35 over it. That's just one spell out of, well, at least 52, right? But one thing I like the most is you can get started today with any deck of cards you find. Unlike with tarot and Lenormand and pretty much anything else out there that you need to know about, you can start quickly using it as a divination tool even before you know any of the rules. If you don't own one of these books, that's okay. I'm going to show you one easy way that you can use it. All right, so if you have a yes/no question, think of your question. Okay, here's my question. Am I going to get my schoolwork done tonight? And shuffle. You know, the usual. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And you pick 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. In playing cards, reds are usually positive and mean yes, but not always. But yeah, for this kind of yes/no question, reds are yes, blacks are no. If these 3 cards are all 3 yeses, that's a definite yes. All 3 blacks would be a definite no. 2 reds and 1 black is a pretty strong yes, etc., etc. So let's find out. I know how I normally am with getting my work done, but let's just see what's in the cards. Usually it's going to be black, but oh yeah, that's typical. I won't get my work done today. That doesn't surprise me because I'm recording a video instead of doing my work. I'll get a little bit of it done. Or I can use this as a warning and think, I need to get my booty working. Another way you can do it is called red aces or black aces to see if you'll get your wish. For this one, you ask your wish. First I'm going to clear it out like usual. What's my wish? Ooh, I know what my wish will be. Then you shuffle, you ask your wish, and then you start going through it 1 card at a time until you get to an ace. And then if it's red, then yes. If it's black, then no. You will not get your wish. So let's see. So no, I won't get my wish. That's okay because it was really kind of out there. But anyhow, there's a couple fun things you can do. There is so much more I could tell you. There's a use for jokers in the deck, and the jokers are different and they have different meanings if you get them. But I just wanted to give you a little sampling, a little appetizer to whet your appetite, and suggest if you haven't looked into using playing cards for divination, think about it. It's fun, it's quick and easy, and it's different. Plus, you know, you could be anywhere, and if you get good enough at it, you could pick it up and be like, hey, I can read your fortune with this. And I can't really overemphasize the price, how this cheaper price, especially if you're using some of them for spells, because obviously you need to destroy the cards. You're not going to want to do that with your tarot, I wouldn't think, right? Could keep an old beat up deck just to use for spells or whatever. But these are so cheap and easy to replace, and you can get them anywhere. I would say give it a try. If you use playing cards for divination, I would love to hear about it. Leave a comment below, or even better, a video response. That would be pretty amazing. And if you've never tried it before, and you decide to, let me know how it goes. I'm excited to see. I think I'm going to count this week as my letter C and my letter D. I'm just going to say cards and divination, because divination is a large topic also, and I don't need to touch on all the millions of ways to do divination. I've talked about it before in previous videos. My go-to divination is usually dreams and signs I see around me, as I've mentioned a bunch of times in the past. Animals I see or signs I see in my everyday world. I use that for my divination. I don't actually use cards a whole lot for divination. I've been trying to do that a little bit more, get into that habit, but this is a fun new little method I'm trying. I'm enjoying both of these books. I haven't even finished reading them, but I've enjoyed both of these books so far, and there's so much possibility in these little cards that is pretty cool. So I think I have waxed on long enough for that. Hope you're doing well. Take care, and talk to you soon. Peace.